Hello everybody and welcome to the Smite patch notes for the new god Serqet.
Hello and welcome. So we're talking about the new god that just came out in the 7.14 patch. She is a scorpion god with a big old tail, the scorpion, stabby stab, all that good stuff.
Well, she hadn't actually come out yet. We played the public test server.
Yep, that's what we did. And she is a poisonous character, assassin type. Very weird. She's like super squishy.
Yeah.
But like high damage output over time.
She also takes a lot of skill to use. Like, we played her at first and we were getting our asses handed to us.
Just asses handed. Terrible. I literally gave up, handed it to Sean, and said, fuck it, I hate this piece of shit god. That was my personal response immediately. Also, I suck with assassins, so that didn't help.
Alright. Well, up next, we're going to be discussing her moveset and showing you what they do, so...
Okay, so what kind of moveset does she have there, Sean? What are we looking at?
Basically, they're all poison-based. Her passive, like her basic passive that she has, is she applies, like when she applies poisons to the target.
Yeah.
If she's got 2 of her poisons on the target and she uses her basic attack,
yeah,
her basic attack takes away 10% of the target's maximum health as physical damage.
Okay.
If she has 3 poisons on them, she does the same thing, but it's 20% of the health.
Okay, so what you're saying is a big thing with this character is to make sure to stack poison.
Exactly. Stack the poisons on them. It can actually be quite annoying until you get pretty good with her.
Okay, so how would you stack the poison? Which ability is that?
Alright, well, first of all, there are 3 different poisons from her abilities.
Okay.
Her first ability is Deathbane. It's a dash move, and it's like a zigzag pattern, as you'll see in the video. Basically, what it does, this ability can actually crit, which is pretty ridiculous. And you can actually extend it far, or you can bring it in to make sure you can hit the same target 3 times, or you can go through a wave of minions.
Okay, so you just like move the mouse up and down, a lot like what I like to call Son Goku, his ability.
And it also applies a Deathbane poison, which reduces the target's protections for a short time. And it remains on the target for 20 seconds. The protections are only reduces them for, it's for 3 seconds, but it's for 25%.
That's really good, actually.
Like, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but the fact that it can crit makes it really good.
So that helps set up your other teammates with, like, getting in some good damage as well if they hit at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Cobra's Kiss, that's the next ability. Her 2, if you will.
Yeah, it shoots out 2 projectiles, one right after another. You don't get to, like, decide the difference between each projectile. Basically, what it does is it applies another poison to them.
Yep.
And it does madness damage, which is 30% of your, plus 30% of your physical power plus the damage from it. And the duration of the damage increases with the levels you put into it, and then it has its base damage.
Okay. Alright, and then Ambush is going to be her number 3 ability.
Yeah. This actually makes her the second assassin that has some kind of stealth ability. It has pretty good damage. It's based on physical power, of course, because she's an assassin. Basically, she goes into stealth, and then you can leap onto the target. And basically, if the enemies get really close, they can actually see her.
Okay.
So you gotta, like, hide behind a corner and then leap on them.
Okay, so you want, like... So, let's say you're in a joust match, for example, and you got your 2 guys mid, and you're kind of sitting off to, like, the left side or right side, and you're trying to get them to pull them mid so that you can get a nice gank in. Okay.
One good thing...
Same thing in a Conquest map, I would assume.
Yeah, one good thing to note is that 12.5, like, range to reveal her is a very small distance, because if you look at it, the radius on Ambush is 15, and that circle's actually pretty small, so the radius for you to see her is actually smaller than that. So you have to be, like, right on her to see her.
Okay, so pretty much, like, the moment they can see you is probably the moment that you're attacking anyways.
Yeah. Like, they're literally in melee range.
Okay. And then her ultimate there is Last Breath.
This one's kind of cool, because It stuns them.
Uh-huh.
Like, you leap onto them. It has a very short range on it.
Okay.
It stuns them, it applies a poison, and it pushes them back. And basically, what it does is it ticks for the poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
It prevents them from being able to heal while it's on them.
Yeah.
Like, the healing reduction is 100%. The stun duration is 1 second. And the damage is... It's honestly not that powerful of a skill because it's a tick damage.
Yeah.
But if they die while they have this poison on, a poison cloud explodes around them that hits all the enemies near them.
So it's almost better as a finisher. That's what you're saying. Because, like, if you can finish the enemy with this, it's going to explode, hit the other enemies around, and then you and your teammates can just annihilate the other two who are now poisoned as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so, like, you would want to go for, like, the middle character who's just beat all to heck. Like, let's say Agni was ulting on them and, like, got one to load. You're going to jump in, get that gank, explode on the others, and set up for a nice deicide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, and for the next part of this video, we're just going to show off a little bit of her gameplay footage and some of her voice options and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, take a look.
They say poison is a woman's weapon. But I say, would you like some tea? It's all about the accessories. I never stung anyone who didn't deserve it. For the most part.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Surprise! Don't be afraid, darling. Scorpions are just nature's way of combining lobsters, spiders, wasps, and nightmares.
Okay, so after that, Sean, just as a quick finish up for this one, alright, on a scale of 1 to 5, I guess, how would you rate her?
Scale of 1 to 5. She's very tough to play.
Mm-hmm.
She's very squishy. She dies very easily, but at the same time, she's good burst damage.
Yep.
I honestly feel like the Deathbane attack, because it's more of a utility skill,
Mm-hmm.
is kind of broken because it can crit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the poison stacking,
Mm-hmm.
like that ability, it can take a little bit of time to stack those poisons to be able to do that damage.
Yeah.
So it's honestly not that great, but because she's so squishy and easy to kill,
Mm-hmm.
she's honestly not that broken.
Okay.
Like, I was reading some reviews, and people feel like her ultimate is underpowered and Deathbane's a little overpowered.
Okay.
And the Cobra's Kiss is literally just for applying the poisons. So I'd probably rate her out of assassins probably about a 3.
Okay. So pretty average, like, not the best, not the worst, just okay.
And it's mainly because of her difficulty level. She's going to cause, like, when she first comes out, a lot of people to have lost games because people are going to be trying to figure out how to play her.
Yes. Now, would you recommend her for, like, Conquest, like, as a jungler?
Her role is definitely going to be jungler in
I mean, would
Conquest.
you recommend her over others, though? Do you think she's, like, good enough to compete with the others?
Well, that brings me back to jungling,
Yeah.
honestly, because this patch is changing jungling.
Yes.
So I don't know what we're going to see as far as junglers, because they changed the Bumba's mask.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to note about the Bumba's mask is it now has 10 MP5, and your basic attacks deal plus 10 true damage, and your abilities deal 10% damage versus jungle camps.
Okay.
So, and then you are also healed for 10% of a camp's max health. If you have an ally near you, you get normal gold reward as if you were solo. So they're changing jungling, because another thing they changed for consumables are the Potion of Physical Might and then the magic version of it as well. They increased the price to keep junglers from starting off with that potion.
Okay.
So I'm very interested to see how they are going to be changing that.
Okay. So, I guess, alright, so she's Definitely the jungle type. Do you think, like, if somebody, like, if, let's say early game, she came across another jungler, would you be running? Would you be trying to gank that jungler? Do you feel like she's good enough, like, 1v1, or does she need, like, somebody to help finish off an opponent?
It's honestly, like, once again, this goes... Sorry. This goes to basically whatever hand she's in. If somebody is really good with her, I can see her being extremely deadly one-on-one.
Okay. So not for the noobish. It's gonna take some time to master this god.
Yeah. Because one thing you can do with her, because of her stealth
Yep.
and her utility power that gives her that little zigzag move that lets her run away.
Yep.
Basically, what you could do is if you run into a jungler that's out-leveling you,
Yep.
you can run away, go around a corner, and hide in her stealth.
Okay. And I guess the final part of this would be, do you think she's worth the money? Do you think she's worth getting? Like, let's say you don't have the God Pack already. Let's say you didn't go with that deal, which is the best, I'm not going to lie. But let's say, somebody's just got enough money to buy a couple gods. Would this be a recommendation, or would you recommend another assassin?
I would definitely recommend another assassin, because this assassin, her skill level is very high, and if somebody doesn't have the God Pack, they're either smurfing, or they are a relatively new player, and I don't recommend her to new players at all.
Okay. Well, I think that concludes our review of the new god, Serqet.
Yes.
Her name. So all around, a 3 out of 5. Not really good for new players, but pretty good for somebody who's not a pro player, we're saying, but someone who has experience in the game, and someone who doesn't mind grinding out for a while to really learn a character.
Yes, she's definitely going to take some time to learn, but in the proper hands, she will be quite deadly.
Awesome. Well, like I said, that concludes this. Now, do tune in. We are going to have 2 more videos for you. We're going to show off Apollo's new skin and Swagny's new skin.
Yeah,
that's
so,
right.
we're gonna
has his skin Swagny. You got to check this out. But we'll be back. Click on these annotations if you'd like to watch either one of these videos.
And also click that subscribe button. And we are also on Twitch /Megabusters Gaming. I do like to stream Smite on basically a daily basis.
Yep, just come out to watch us. You can choose the music we listen to, and you can sometimes play along with us. We have no problem with that.
Yep.
Well, we'll catch you next time. See y'all later.
Click one of these sweet videos. Bye.
Yep. Bye.